Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Friday evening or Saturday morning to some of you on the other side of the planet. Hello, hello. Glad to have you here. Let's get my desktop all set up here and we will get into it here. All right. I think we're good there. Good there. YouTube says we're live, so we're good there. All right. So before we get into everything, let us send some love out to the world. If you'd like to join me, of course, I'm more than welcome that. The more of us that do it together, it multiplies. Doesn't just add on top, it multiplies that love out to the world. So whether you're watching live right now or on replay, you can join me in sending that love out. So first, we're just going to take a big, deep breath, come back to right here, right now, and let all that chaos just fall away for a moment. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath in through the nose and release out through the mouth. So here we go. Hold for a sec. 3, 2, 1. And just let it just release. And then we have our wonderful singing bowl. And as I hit the singing bowl, hit it 3 times. We'll just imagine that love flowing down, filling us up like a singing bowl, and then vibrating and overflowing out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm just going to let her continue to sing here. She is singing up a storm. My goodness. There we go. So we'll let her finish out. Kind of went somewhere for a moment there. How long was I out for? All right. So welcome, everybody. Good to see you. And before we get into the readings, just want to make sure everyone knows we've got a Capricorn full moon coming up here, the second one in a row, which makes it actually a blue moon. We'll talk more about that in the August monthlies when they come out on Sunday. I know, exciting. If you haven't checked out your July monthly yet, we do have videos for each individual zodiac sign, and within each of the monthlies, I do go into the astrological Zenergy overview of some of the important astrological happenings that are coming in each month. That way you can kind of prepare to ride those energetic waves, make the most of it, so we can keep our Zen. And then I do have intermittent Zenergy videos that do come out as well. If you haven't checked any of those out, I've got, I think, 4 out there at least. And here that's the playlist for that. What else? Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Oh, we did have a new podcast, of course, come out last Sunday. It's the last of the weekly podcast. I'm going to push it back to being monthly, but I'm introducing Cozy Care Bear parts of the podcast where I'm bringing in guests to talk about their journey from chaos to cozy, coming in those too. So be on the lookout for that. I do have one that's already done and going to be coming out, and then a couple others that are in the works. So I'm excited. Some of our Praying Mantis members, of my YouTube channel, that you get to know. So if you guys are interested in having a more deeper interaction with me, I do offer YouTube memberships. The Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month, and you get advanced access to everything that I do. Plus, on Wednesday nights, we have an hour cozy chat. And then the Praying Mantis level is $7.99 a month. So in addition to all of that, you also get a Q&A on Thursday nights for 2 hours. And after each one of these sessions, I have an hour as well. So if you're interested, all that information's in the description box too. I think those were the big ones. Oh, well, let's talk about the solstice relationship readings too, because those are for 3 months. So you still got plenty of time on that. It's for each individual zodiac sign, and within each of those, we actually split it out into single and looking, married, or in a relationship, and then the happy hermits. So all 3 areas of relationships are covered too, not just romance. And then my relationship readings are half off from June 20th until July 21st. So we still have about a little over a week left. If you want to get those at half off, the 30 minutes is $12.50 and an hour is $25. And again, all that information is listed in the description box too. All right. I think that's the big things that I wanted to talk about. So let's move forward. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. How the free readings work, we go down in order. First come, first serve for the free readings. And the chat is the list. There's no special list. You just put it out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading. And then we pull cards. Spirit knows what you're looking for, so we'll pull cards for that. And I think that's it for that. But if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, prioritize those, step out of the free readings, dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards, and when I'm done, I return back. And you can make a donation by using the super chat, or in the description box of the video, I do have my Venmo, my CashApp, my PayPal, and my Square. I don't have a set dollar amount either. I know everyone's finances vary from person to person, day to day, from person to person, and country to country. So I just honor what you give from your heart. So that's what's important. I'm switching up for this session. I'm going to use the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed, a very sweet, sweet soul. And I'll put those right there. And so we'll get started here. So we have a few donations. So Nelia Medeiros, you're up first. A dual reading here. Boom, boom. And then Johanna, thank you. And Chan Crawford. So thank you. You guys will be the first 4 readings here. So let's give these a shuffle and let's get into it. So thank you, Nelia, for your first super cool sticker donation. And so you said, oh, Brian contacted you at work. He invited your daycare children to partake in activities with his student teachers. Why are you nervous? You barely know him. Will there be a spark between us? Well, let's take a look here and find out here. Why are you nervous? And will there be a spark between the two of you? Did he invite you or just the kids? I'm just kidding. You just drop them off. Thanks. How long? I'll be back in a couple hours. Would that be funny? All right. So let's take a look here, Nelia. Why are you nervous? You got the 6 of fire, the 6 of wands, the equal attraction here. That's interesting. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, you got the Lover's card and the Temperance card too. You know, the love card, the Lover's card, of course, there is this, feeling that if there's mutual attraction, mutual relationship importance, that you may want, I don't know if there's these fears of that you don't like to rush into it. And you're afraid that if you don't rush in, that you'll lose them. I don't know. There's something to have to do with that, with timing, with temperance, because it's usually just patience, go back and forth. But there's this fear, this underlying fear that if you don't move fast in relationships, people leave. I don't know if that resonates there with you. But there's definitely below the surface here, because you've got the Page of Swords, the Page of Air, which is about, seeing things from a different perspective, clarity that comes in regarding this. So when there's anxiety and nervous and fear, there's this our normal fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, but specifically that one that's coming in there. But let's take a look here as well. Of course, probably the more important question is you want to know, will there be a spark between you? So let's take a look here, see what all these cards are here. All right. Well, you do have the Strength card, Leo energy, fire energy, and the Seven of Fire, the Seven of Wands. So definitely sparks here. The Seven of Fire, though, it's important, with this Leo, this courage, and the Seven of Fire, is that you just try to step out of the fears and be true to yourself, right? Not to try to be who you think that they would want you to be, and da 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 da. Just be you, and if you're not, you know, because that's what sparks it is that you are true to you, not that, because it's like the sun does not ask permission to shine, it does not dim its light. It's like, here I am, take me or leave me, right? And you do have the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Water, which is like dreams come true emotionally, and the Calling card, which is your higher self, drawing you to see things from this higher perspective, kind of this. It's like the rapture, but it's like a resurrection. It's like rising from um, the emotional grave. So I don't know if you've been kind of hesitant in getting involved in a relationship, if there's been something that's been holding you back. I do feel like it's like this is a nudge from spirit that it's time to, allow yourself to be vulnerable, allow yourself to feel again, allow yourself to be loved and to love again. So I like that for you. So hopefully that makes sense and resonates for you there. But that is what they have for you. So many blessings, Nelia. So that was number one. Number two donation. You got the wink, wink. Thank you for this one. And you like a general reading. Where do we see you in a year? With love partner, new job, anything spirit will share. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. So a year from now, so we have this in here, and this in here, and this in here, and this in here, and then this here, and then this here, then this here, and then that there. All right. I feel like there's some interesting, I don't know what all these cards are, but you've got quite a few. So let's take a look here. You have on the bottom the messenger of fire, which in this deck, I think the messengers are the knight or the pages. I don't know. I feel like it's the pages, because the pages are the hear ye, right? So I feel like there's new passion, new drive, new excitement for you between now and a year from now. So I feel like there's a lot of activity. That explains all these cards. So let's see what these first two are. Yeah, you have this transformation. The death and rebirth card with the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles has to do with education, work, movement, putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears. So there is this, both of these are very transformative cards for me. I usually look at the Eight of Pentacles as being like moving from a caterpillar to a butterfly, which is what death and rebirth is. The caterpillar's dying for the birth of the butterfly to be able to happen. And I do like this. I mean, I just feel like the overall energy that's coming, it feels very exciting. It feels very like, wow, I never thought that I would be flying so far, because the butterflies can migrate up to thousands of miles. Caterpillar is like, oh my God, I could never do that. That far, all I have to do is hit a stream and I can't move past it. But this butterfly energy is about moving, being able to go great distances and see things. And so definitely a lot of transformation that's happening here. Let's see what else they have here. Yeah, here's that Seven of Fire. So here's that spark. So it's showing up going, well, here's the spark. It does happen. Even can see all the spark of all the little fairies or whatever those are that are flying around there. So we have the spark that's happening. Let's see what else we have. 7 of fire, then you move to the 8 of fire, the 8 of wands. A lot of fast movement. I kind of felt like it's going to seem like between now and a year from now, it's going to just be like whoosh, a blur by how fast it seems like it's going to fly by here. Yeah. You definitely have a this rebirth with the transformation and the full card. The full card being the 0, the new beginning. There is like this adventure that feels very free, very open, very non-restrictive in moving forward around this here. And yeah, again, did you have the 3 of Pentacles? Because here's the 3 of Pentacles about being true to your authentic self. Well, that was the 7 of fire, was about being true to you. And here it is again, creativity, but being true to you. And the Queen of Water, which is being true to your gifts too, trusting your gut, trusting your instinct, trusting that empathic abilities, any spiritual abilities too, not hiding that, being yourself, allowing that to be expressed and shown with all of this too. Let's see what these other cards are here. Yeah, a lot of opportunities because you have the Chariot card, which is the power of choice, and that is the card of possibilities right above the full card too, which is I usually look at the full card because it's the first card in the major arcana following the world card, which is end of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. The full card is the new adventure. No restrictions, no, supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be's. It's like a wide open, um, journey. The world is at your fingertips if you want, and the Chariot is you decide what story you put to every situation, what emotion you feel as you go through it, what energy you put forward, and thus attract to you, and the physical, like the physical choices you make in the outside world. You get to choose, and there's a lot of empowerment that comes in here. They're saying like, you can have so many things in your life that will come through here, right? I do feel like you asked about a new job. This 8 of Earth and transformation, that does feel like getting a job in a different place, maybe even educational, or if you need to get certification or go back, that's supported there too. Let me see what these other 2 cards are real quick. Yeah, you have the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Air. So closing your eyes and opening your heart when you're making these choices with the Chariot. And the 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. This is a relationship card, one of my relationship cards, and it's the abundance in the outside world too. Try to get to focus a little bit. It's a beautiful card. But definitely that 7 of fire, that spark showing up again, I just feel like there is progression, there is movement, there is the importance reinforced here about being true to you. Don't try to be who you think other people think you should be, both in work and in relationship or anything. Don't, fear you're going to get judged or punished or that you're going to lose support. It's all about being true to the authentic you making choices, you deciding for you. And I love this, kind of nurturing energy with the Queen of Water. On the bottom of the deck, too, you do have the 9 of Cups again. Or I don't know if you got that before. I feel like it's come up here already, but that is emotional dreams come true. So it does feel like just such a fast moving time of a lot of choices and change. I feel things come to you quickly too. It just feels like your life is on fast forward, and whatever you focus on does enter your life fast. So be aware of where you're investing your energy, because if you're focusing on lower vibrational, you also draw that in fast, but higher vibrational, you draw in that as well. So I like that for you. That's what they have for you for this right now, Nelia. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your dual donations. All right, Johanna, hello, hello. Thank you much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. Hope you're doing well. And you have have the fairies, the fae, been presenting been present in your energy lately? You noticed your favorite flower, the evening primrose, is also associated with Fae. If not Fae, then what's the magical weird energy you've been feeling? All right, we'll take a look here. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's see what's going on here. Lovey and anyone else that was here this morning, there's a separate session that I went on to do. Let me just grab that real quick before I jump into your energy, Johanna. Here is the link to that. And there's a comment pinned on there with the order in which all the reading was completed. So you can find your name and then jump into that. And I don't know if you asked the same question yesterday. You asked like a multiple choice of things. I did answer both days. So if you asked it yesterday too, make sure to go into the special session that was after the one. And you can get extra information there too. So, all right. Hey, Carmel, welcome. Hey, everybody. Nature. Hey, Tanya. Yeah, you can ask a question. And anyone coming in, you don't have to ask. You can just post your question. I go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading too. So let's take a look here. So, Johanna, is it the Fae? Is it the fairies? Or what is it? What's this weird energy you've been feeling? All right. What is all this about? All right. All right. Wow, look at all this air. What's all this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I don't know if this is, we've got the bottom of the deck, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. Of course, Fae is really connected to the earth energy. I don't think I see any fairies in here at all. Oh, yeah. Who's playing the cello? Ta-da, ta-da. How cute. So there is a little Fae, this little wings of flowing there. And this music, this Eight of Earth, Eight of Pentacles, is this movement of things that's coming out. So they definitely, I like this groundingness because I feel like you're getting ready to enter this new journey, because you got the full card coming in here, which is the zero, right? And we're going to try to see if we can see if there's anything else on here close up, if it'll focus. I know there's a dragonfly over here. But I feel like because the Eight of Earth, the Eight of Pentacles is transformative. It's endings and beginnings. Things can't stay the way they are because you have evolved into a butterfly. And if other people or situations stayed in caterpillar mode, you can't exist anymore with that because you desire new things. You want nectar. You want to fly. You don't want to walk. You don't want to munch on leaves. And so with this, both of these, the Eight of Pentacles is that transformative energy, and the full card is the beginning, a new adventure of unbridled territory. And I feel like you're having a big change of mind because you got 5 swords cards. So you've got the Page of Swords, which is seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective. You're letting go of your fears with the Nine of Air, the Nine of Swords, the Nightmare and Insomnia card. So there is this release that comes in here. And then you've got the 2, 3, 4 of air. So the 2 of air, the 2 of swords is close your mind and open your heart. You got the 3 of swords, which is Expectations equal disappointment. So there's this, when we close our eyes and open our heart, we're afraid we're going to be disappointed. So our mind kicks in and going, well, this is how it all has to be then. It's like, no, 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 because you progress to the four of air, the four of swords, which is peace of mind, which brings us back to the messenger of air, because she is usually holding the ace of swords, which allows you to see things from this different perspective, allows you to gain clarity on this adventure, this next stage that you have unfolding here. And there's like this I don't know, the full card is the release of all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. It's like you're headed into new territory, like the butterfly. They've never gone so far and flew so far because the caterpillar could only go so far safely. But the butterfly can flitter and flit and go. Like I said, we've got the trail of the monarch. They have a big migration. I think it's from like Mexico City, Mexico, all the way up into the northern part of United States. And so, we've got this, this energy that comes in with all of this of going beyond the limits, being set free, not being controlled by your fears. And this release definitely comes in here with that full card. So I definitely feel like it's Fae energy that's helping you, because they're all about adventure. They're all about getting outside of the supposed to. They're little rebels. So, so I do feel like it's them, and they're just preparing you for this, this journey, for this freedom, getting out of your mind. And I like that for you. And that's what's coming in right now, Johanna. So I like it. I like it. And many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. And then Jan Crawford, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And you want to know, does your partner want to marry you? All right, let's take a look here. Give these a shuffle and take a look at their current energies. So, all right. They want that. Do feel like this one. This one. Anything else? What else would you like to know? To marry. Okay. Take a look here. Oh, okay. So the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Water, the Ace of Cups, which is the chalice, the Holy Grail. Love, 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 right? So we like that being the underlying energy here. I feel like they are really connecting with their self-love. I feel like an individual who has done some self-help books. That's funny. Why self-help books, not counseling or whatever? But I feel like they're like, I'll do it myself. And I feel like they've watched videos and different things. I feel like they're kind of an inner reflective individual. And I feel like they've really, worked on their self-love. And so I like that for that here. We got peace of mind coming in here. This is looking good. So this is regarding marriage. It's a very mental stability. So we like this energy coming in because they're not caught up in their fears. They're not caught up in, out of a stable mind into, oh God, what if this, what if this, what if this? They're really, I feel, got a good head on their shoulders with this energy here. So, yeah. We have the Three of Earth. They really feel comfortable in their own skin with the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Earth, because that's about being true to their authentic selves. They're presenting themselves as they are. They're not afraid to get any repercussions for, being true to who they are. That's what that means here. Yeah, we got the Six of Air and the Queen of Water. So these are some good ones too. The Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups is about she rolls over cups with the king, but she also gets a second portion of water, which makes her the master of emotion. And the Six of Air is a movement of old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So this does show us here that all the emotion, they have a ton of emotion. I don't know if they're a water sign, or a water moon, but I feel like they just have a lot of emotion that they feel, and that's why I feel like it was so important for them to find their self love, because that's what brought all this stability to these oceans instead of having hurricanes going on in their heart of emotion. Feels like a calm pond instead, just very, very even keel. So I like this energy coming in, and let's specifically see if there's anything about marriage in these cards here. And what's this here? All right, so cards coming up a lot. So I feel like that they do want to marry you, and they're getting past these blocks. So we got the Nine of Wands. Normally, the Nine of Fire, the Nine of Wands is about perseverance and having this block, and they have been really persevering and getting past this Three of Swords, which is the fear of heartbreak, the fear of being disappointed, the fear of all that. And we have the Magician, which is a powerful card because it's them focusing their energy on what they want and um, wanting to move through this here. So I like all of this because when I saw this card, the full card, which is the ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new adventure, I just feel like that is they want to take that next step, but they also want it to be. They don't want like the marriage and future relationship to be so defined by the word. And I feel like that's what they're working through, is trying to be able to have like um, your own unique approach. Again, that Three of Pentacles, our unique approach about what marriage looks like for us, not all these expectations that suck the life out of a relationship because we have so many. It takes so much just to get to ground zero, but that the marriage is like an adventure, and you look at it as an adventure. Not that they want to have an open marriage or whatever, anything like that. It's they don't want anyone else to tell you two what a marriage means between the two of you, and that you guys decide what you want for you and what it means, where you go with it, and everything else. But they definitely feel like they are rebelling against trying to be told who you are to be with each other. So I like that kind of energy that comes in there, being a Aquarius. I'm very much a rebel. You know, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to read cards. I will tell you what these cards mean. you know, so I love that. So that's what they have for you. I feel like that's a yes, and they've done a lot of inner work. I feel that I like who they, how comfortable they feel in their own skin, and that they're working through, the fears of failure. And I feel like they're going to kind of just bring subjects up here and there about relationship, and what do you feel like a marriage means, or you know what does a relationship mean, or how is your relationship between your parents, or they're going to just kind of dig in a little bit and try to get into conversations just to see what your ideas are around it, so that um you know they know what you both are getting into, and to bring it up, because it's like I almost feel like before they propose, they want to make sure that they're not um, going to make you do something you don't want to do, and of course they don't want to do what they don't want to do either. So I feel like that's what's coming in. So hopefully that makes sense, Chan. But that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. I think we are completed with the donations up to now. Hey, everybody. Hey, Madam Bud. You are very welcome. All right. So let us scroll to the top. We'll start on the free readings. If anyone wants theirs prioritized, a donation of any amount, we'll get it brought to the top. So in the meantime, starting at the top to work my way down on the free reading. So Minahil, you wanted to know who is coming towards you in love. All right, let's take a look here. Who is coming towards you in love? All right, here we go. All right. Wow. So, you've got the Ace of Fire, which is kind of, a little bit of spiciness coming in here, some passion. And the Five of Air represents like conflict of communication. And the combination of these two, though, it doesn't feel like a bad thing. It feels kind of like you're meeting somebody, and in the beginning, you kind of banter back and forth, like, "Oh, really? Well, da 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 da." Da." And they're like, "Oh, well, blah blah blah," and people that are around you are going, "Oh my God, will you guys just get a room already? The sexual tension is killing us," But that's like what it's like a joke, but there's a spark. I feel like you're kind of sparky, they're kind of sparky, in that you you stand your ground, you don't back down. You're just kind of like you both need someone who's strong, not someone who just caves in. You don't like people who cave in. And but both of you hold your own. It's like, two ninjas going at it verbally, but then you're like, you're kind of talented. I kind of like that you are able to hold your own. And likewise. So I feel like that's who's coming through for you there. And it might be, I kind of feel like it's like at a party or a wedding or something that you guys start this conversation and have this little bantering back and forth. It's at like a party portion of some sort. And you guys are just kind of like having fun and you're just feeling very sassy and going forward with that. So that is what they have for you, Minahil. So many blessings to you. All right. All right, and I do have a donation coming in, and thank you so much, Hayu, for being the first of your super chats. So thank you for that. And as soon as you pop your question down there, I will prioritize that. Just for the sake of time, until I see it, I'm going to continue with the free readings. So, Dollface Diva, you want some messages from Spirit? Let's see, what does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. All right. Wow, you do have this rebirth here, the transformation. I love the phoenix that some cards show of, you know, rising from the ashes. This Ace of Fire too coming in here, the Ace of Wands. There's this fiery energy, and even if you look at her hands here, I don't know if it's a little baby phoenix, I think, flying out of her hands. If it'll focus there. But there is this energy. It's energy work. I don't know if you're interested in getting into, I think, do you do Reiki? But it doesn't have to be Reiki. It can be Qigong, can be Tai Chi, or even your own flavor of energy. But I just feel like there's this draw to energy work, this draw to transform things through your energy, whether that's officially where you're helping people by laying on hands or doing any kind of energy work that's either organized already or that you create. But I just feel like there is this amazing energy coming in here for you, and its spirit is saying, yeah, you're being drawn to do this. You're being drawn to investigate, to really look into whatever energy work feels right for you, what draws you toward it. It doesn't mean you have to like, oh, well, I need to go get my Reiki mastership. And you're like, I'm not into all those symbols. I want to do it my way. Do it your way, because that's where you feel most comfortable. And that's what I feel is coming in for you is Yeah, you are being called to get into energy work. Um, and but it's at your own pace, your own timing, and in your own way. So that is what they have for you right now, Dolphins Divas. Many blessings to you. All right, thank you, Hayu. Let me give that some love and a like there. I appreciate that. And your question is, will you reconcile with your ex? All right, let's take a look here and see what spirit, based on current energies, what they, if you will, and what spirit has to say about it. So, based on current energies, will you reconcile with your ex? Okay, that is the answer there. What else do you want to know? Any other messages? Okay, those two, those three, those two. Well, there's a hidden one, so 3. All right. All right. So, you know, the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups, which she's very empathic. She's got double cup energy, double emotional energy, which she's very empathic. She can really pick things up. So I feel like you already know in your heart of hearts the answer, um, which is that with the Two of Fire, the Two of Wands, there's a possibility of it, though it be very slim chance. Because the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Air, you know, is about a lot of fears, um, a lot of challenges, that like, I have no doubt that you work on your shadow work, you work on your fears, you face, like, "Why do I fear that? Where's this attached to? What's at the root of this?" I feel like you are self-reflective. We don't know about your ex so much. That's where the problem lies, right? That I don't feel like they do a whole lot of reflection. They're just like, well, this is the way it is, and this is where the stuff happens is because they've got this long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that are tied to fear. And because of that, and they're like, no, this has to be it. And you guys have different ones, and you have like released some, and you're in that process of releasing more and more and more. If he did that, if they did that, that you would be able to raise your love vibration, have a relationship that's at a higher vibration. If you guys got together, back together now, it would just be a matter of days before it exploded again. Because if we keep doing what we've always done, we're going to get what we've always gotten, right? If we don't change something, then it's insanity, right? Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. It's like we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to get what we're going to get. Now I'm changing. I'm working on myself. Are you? Well, no, I'm glad you're changing me because you're the one that was wrong. Are you serious? That's the kind of energy I'm feeling is like, well, no, I'm not the one that needs to change. I'm glad you're working on you. Maybe we can get together again if you change. And it's like, tisk tisk. That's not the way it works. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. Because you have the Sun card coming in here, very much Leo energy and the Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles, a solid foundation in the outside world here. And, you know, I feel like for you, the Sun card is this journey that you're having this solid, rooted groundedness that's coming in for you. And the more you look and allow that sun to shine wherever it needs to within your heart, that it allows you to, you know, gain this solid feeling of home. Home is where the heart is, not a building. This is like this feeling of home, being at home with yourself. And there's some inner child work with the sun card too. It's the Leo inner little child. And so there is some picking up your inner child and allowing it to feel safe and at home too. Let's put these other cards right here too. Yeah. Yeah. Because you have the 5 of water, which I feel is you transforming your emotion from lower vibration to higher vibration. which allows you a brand new, fresh start of new love, something that's more in alignment with you, you know, something that's more free from a lot of rules and a lot of the old things. Um, the sun card is Leo energy, and the lion doesn't want to be caged. It doesn't want to be forced into the small box. It wants to be able to run next to its mate on the prairies, right? On the, whatever they call the tundra. No, tundra's snow, but on the Yeti, the whatever the big expansiveness of like African, grasslands. It's like it wants to run with its mate, not being caged in a zoo. And this is like the feeling of you want to not to feel like you have to keep your walk on eggshells, stay small, dim your light. And I feel like you had to like do that before. So I feel like there's this great movement that's coming here. Yeah. Yeah, because here's the page of swords, the messenger of air, which is seeing things, getting clarity around what you want, cutting away the bars off of the cage in a way. And you have the seven and the eight of earth. The seven of pentacles is about, it's interesting, the seven and the eight of pentacles together, because the seven of pentacles normally can kind of like mean the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but it also means that when the fruit starts to grow and you realize, man, is that really what I wanted? Did I want a kumquat tree? I don't know if it's a tree or a bush, but no, I want a avocado tree so I can make guacamole. And so there's this change of desire, this change of what you're wanting. And the more clarity you get about who you are, you realize maybe this X, um, wasn't for me for long term. They were designed, and on purpose to show you what you wanted to see about yourself to set you free. And that Eight of Pentacles is like this energy of like a caterpillar, two caterpillars going, all right, we're going to go into the cocoons, we're going to transform into butterflies, and the places we're going to go. So you get in there, you're doing your work, you're doing your inner work, you're transforming, you bust out of your cocoon as a butterfly, and there's still a huge caterpillar just munching on leaves. And you're like, weren't we going to become butterflies and go in this direction? These leaves looked really good, and that looked like a lot of work, and I don't know if I really want to do that. And you're like, well, I can't undo myself, and I can't carry you as a butterfly and a caterpillar. And I'm like, you're too heavy. But I've got to go do butterfly things. I now seek nectar, not eating leaves. I now can fly thousands of miles and go different directions, and I can flutter over a river. I can flutter over, and you can't even crawl over a stream. You can't go where I want to go and where we said we were going to go. And that's why who lies in the future for you is a butterfly, not another caterpillar. And that's why, at some point with that Eight of Pentacles, we reach a point where you can't go where I'm going. I mean, they can't go where you're going. So it's okay to leave them behind. They can go do caterpillar things. They can go have their caterpillar people, but you get to go have a butterfly. And so that two butterflies can flutter, go on these grand adventures together. So hopefully that helps you, but I don't feel like the chances are very slim that they're going to do that inner work. I have no doubt that have done and are doing your inner work that helps you transform even more into this beautiful butterfly. And then you meet someone else that's done that work. So you can have someone that is like you, that you don't have to walk on eggshells around. You don't have to dim yourself. You can just express yourself. They can too. And what a wonderful type of relationship, right? So that's what's coming in. Absolutely. So hopefully that helps. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. And then Imagine One. Hello, and nice to catch you too. I'm glad you were able to catch me live. So thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. So you met this guy online yesterday and he did a cam chat with you, though you had years off. He seemed to be very interested in getting to know you and didn't even message today. Message on Skype. Oh, you messaged them on Skype, but no response. What's going on? Is he like overly friendly with everyone? Sagittarius, and the name starts with this. Okay, let's take a look here. Sagittarians, my dad's a Sagittarian, my host is Sagittarian, one of my other close friends. They are very friendly, but when it comes to romance, they're usually, I feel, actually, I don't know. Um, I know, like my host, she says, I don't know if someone's flirting with me. My friends have to go, "Pff, they're flirting with you." She goes, you have to be very obvious to me. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit says about them. Imagine. All right, boom, right off the bat here. So the Sagittarius, what's going on with them? Do they really like? Are they really interested, or why did they suddenly disappear? Did the gypsies get them? What's happening? Wow, what's all these? There's a lot of these twos, twos, twos. Oh my goodness! And then there's a one. All right. What's all this combo here? Let's see what we have here. Well, we got the bottom of the deck. We do have that Sagittarian fire, the 8 of fire, which is a lot of passion, a lot of movement, a lot of energy. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So they definitely have a lot of energy. Let's see what we have here. And the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles is interesting. It is this balancing, and all these twos coming in here. Really are speaking about balance because it's 2 by 2. It's like all these things going into the arc. But what was this one by itself? Yeah, we have the King of Water, which is balancing of head and heart. And it is someone, the King of Water is like one of my cards that kind of represents a very compatible person. So let's see what I have here. So we've got these two together. We got the King of Fire, the Three of Fire. So they do change their mind a lot here. Here's this king, the 3 of wands, the 3 of fires, like always choosing to go like change, 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 change. It's like the uh, actually maybe it's a Sagittarius thing. Because all three of them, I did not think about it right now, but all of them have like ADD or ADHD, where it's like they go on several tracks all at the same time, or they're distracted and they can't sit still. They're always on the go. And so I feel like it's like just off in here, off of there, and off of here. And and there might be a little bit trouble focusing that comes in here. Let's see what we have here. So we do have the 10 of swords and the ace of water, the ace of cups. So there is this, with all this fiery energy, they do not want to be trapped and caged either. So they're very free going and not a whole lot of guardrails, if you know what that means. It's like they're all over the place, right? And let me see what else they have here, because it just feels like a lot of dual energy. Yeah, the Magician and the Justice card. So, they try to balance things. They try to balance their mind with the Justice card, but their Magician energy, this fiery energy, always gets the best of them, at least up to this point, where they do have trouble focusing in. It's like they'll be like, "Oh, you know what? You know what I do? I'm gonna go for a hike." And then they go for a hike and they're like, "You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'll left my phone in the car. All right, but that's okay. I'm gonna do this." They're just like disconnected, uh, kind of energy. Let's see here. What else they have here? Yeah, they got the Queen of Water, the Three of Water. And so, there is this um very like a lot of emotional things. The Queen of Water, I'm feeling a lot of mother. And the Three of Cups, oh no, does have this kind of energy like they not like they're a mama's, mama's boy, but they are. Because I feel like the Three of Cups can be joy and celebration and tribe and all this stuff can be third party. And I'm like, third party, but I don't feel like they're, you know, in a romantic relationship. And then I heard mother. And I'm like, the mother's always the third party. It's like there's always this battle between mom, that mom wants his attention. And she's kind of requires a lot of attention. There might be something medical, something like that too, or emotional, but I do feel like she needs a lot from them. And they kind of, I don't know if they're like the father's out of the picture, maybe he passed away or they've been gone for a long time. Because I feel like he feels like he's the, you know, patriarch of the family. So he feels a lot of responsibility toward her too. Um, but that's kind of coming in there. What else is here? Yeah, and there's some conflict with work coming in here with the Five of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. And what's this other set here? Yeah. And they do have this fear of moving too fast and jumping too fast, or this tendency that they do it, and they tend to burn out fast too, and that's what they're trying to that's in there too, but I don't feel like that's a huge piece. I feel like what's going on here is that they got torn in a bunch of different directions today. Like they got torn into going to take care of mom and then some stuff at work and all this kind of stuff where they're just all over the place. But I feel like you guys will connect. Um, I feel like you'll get some messages like later today or late tonight, early in the morning, or tomorrow night. But I just feel like there's this, yeah. Here, Queen of Swords, which is Queen of Communication, balance of head and heart again. So I feel like when things balance out a little bit, I love the owl too, like Harry Potter. They were the messengers. So I do feel like you'll get a message back, and they're just gonna, I'm so sorry. I just got everything blew up today. Now, something to consider as well, if this resonates, the Six of Pentacles, coming back to that and the balancing of things, um, and this can apply to both of you. There's this out of balance giving and receiving energy that can come with the Six of Pentacles, which represents like when we're younger, usually 7 years old and younger, that we have like a great amount of that we feel we have to give in order to receive. So we have like, I have to give 1,000 love coins before I can get one back. And when the Six of Pentacles comes up for me in a reading, I usually just like to share these two videos from my Take 10 with Zen playlist. And they kind of cover that both our energy, but the Six of Pentacles is this balancing. Because sometimes if we feel like we have to overgive a lot, or if we feel like love gets held back from us, or money, opportunities, that it's because our little inner child is under control of that forest field in our subconscious. And they've got this, they're going by the 1,000 to 1 ratio, hatch marking it on a dry, a dry eraser board or a chalkboard. Excuse me. And so if they're like, we don't deserve that yet, they will repel things out of our life. So something to look at too with all of that coming in here. But I feel like they have an opportunity to balance things in their life because they are like burning, the candle at a bunch of ends with work and like mom and other things. Excuse me, that they I feel like they can use some balance in general. But you might look into that other especially the Six of Pentacles, episode 5. But episode 4 is pretty good too. They're like 10 minutes or less. Sorry, I'm sick of sip here. Got a tickle in my throat. All right. So hopefully that helps, Imagine. But I do feel tonight or tomorrow night, depends. But I do feel like they're going to be like, okay, I got through everything, and hey, how are you? Blah 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 blah. You know, kind of energy that's coming in. All right, so that's what they have for you. Thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. All righty. Hey, Lucky. Hey, Julia. Good to see you guys. So we left off with Nelia for your free reading. Thank you for your doula donation earlier. So let's take a look here at your free reading. And general. All right, let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. All right. So, you know, you've got the Messenger of Earth and the Patience card, which is Temperance. And, you know, the Messenger of Earth is new opportunities, and the Earth the Earth elements, the outside world, which has seasons. It takes things to go slower. And so they're like, trust the timing of things really with all this. And, you know, one of the big things about time is when we start freaking out about time, then we know we're in our human side, our ego side, our, you know, judgment, contrast, comparison, fear of rejection side. Because when we're looking at time, it's usually because we feel we are supposed to complete something by a certain time or have something happen in our life by a certain time. And if it doesn't, it means something about me. And this is where this clarity can come in, and this, like, you know what, we got all the time in the world and outside the world, because we're eternal beings who are outside of space and time. Our true self, this character, is only on stage for a certain amount of time, but the stage show only runs for a certain season anyway, and then we go play a different part. So we don't freak out that, you know, the stage show is going on and only has so many nights. We're grateful that we don't have to play this part for millennia. You know, max 130 years ish is the most that we could. And it's like, but if not, then we get to go on a new adventure and a new experience. And it's like learning to take life not so seriously, realizing how many lifetimes that we've lived and that they're all happening really at the same time. Because lifetimes are a circle, they're not like linear, like we're taught. They're all in a circle and they're all happening at the same time. We can look across and see another lifetime, look across and see another lifetime. Many of our lifetimes, we're aware that we're living them at the same time, but this human types of lives that we live are the very few of them that are veiled from the other side, where we experience it feeling like we're independent and alone, even though we're not. It's like a one-way mirror, two-way mirror, a two-way mirror, where we can't see, all we see is our reflection, but they can see us. But so hopefully that helps there, Nelia. But that's what's coming in for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list here. And we've got Ateshi Singh. You are up. So if SP does reach out, what will he say? All right, let's see here. If he does reach out, what would he say? All right. Not as much as he would want to say is what I'm hearing. Because I feel like when I was getting these cards, there was another card for this one, there was another card for this one, but they're like, no, don't look at them. But there was another card, you know, and I'm like, well, why not? Well, because there's things that they would want to say, but they don't feel comfortable saying to anyone yet. It's like, okay, that sounds mysterious. Well, we got the Ace of Water, the Ace of Cups, which is about new love, and the Two of Wands, which is going back and forth. It's the power of choice, of passion. And I feel like they would want to say that they are attracted to you, um, and that they do want to find love. Um, but that Two of Wands, it feels like there's someone that they're getting over, because that Two of Wands, I just feel like is two separate passions. Like they have someone that they're getting over, that they know it won't work, but they can't help to have their attraction there. And um and I feel like they're just being really honest and upfront, but that's what there's like some more that's beneath the surface that they don't feel comfortable sharing yet. But I feel like they do want you to know that I'm attracted to you, and I do want love, but I am getting over someone, and I don't want you to be like a rebound person. I don't want, you know, it's not fair to you. But I can we just get to know each other kind of thing. That's the kind of energy that I feel is coming in with that Ateshi. So very interesting. But that's what's coming in. I rather them be honest than, you know, hide stuff. But I feel depending on how you respond to or react to what they say would determine if they tell you more. If you're like, "What?" They're like, "Well, I'm not gonna tell you the rest of this then." And so they'll keep the rest of those cards to their chest, like, "Well, I don't want to show you these." But if you're like, "You know what? I get it. I understand it. Thank you for being honest. I would much rather you be honest with me than to hide things." You kind of, anything else that you'd want to share with me then? And they're like, okay, well, since you handled that so well, let me tell you this. And I don't think it's like anything like, oh my God, and they're pregnant or whatever like that. There's nothing super, super that they just are like, well, I'm also still living with them, you know. We're separate rooms, we're not doing anything, blah 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 blah. And you're like, all right, well, we can get to know each other, but nothing's going to happen between us until you've moved out. All right, but that's what's coming in, Ateshi, if that makes sense. All right, so many blessings, my dear. All right, so let me just make sure here. So that was that one. Infinity. Okay, we did that one. All right, so Alice, you'll be the next free one here, just to make sure I got to the right place. And then Maria, hello, hello. The days of our lives and more. You're here. You're so funny. So thank you for your donation and for the the next episode. That's funny. You're so funny. So let's take a look here. So let's do the checkup. So David, did he think of you today? Let's take a look here. And thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate you. Okay, so they think of you today. That's just that one. His feelings about you today. Okay. What is all this? What's all this about? Because you said you met someone who is nice and goofy as you are. What are Walter's intentions towards you? What's coming for the name Walter? Oh, okay, so that's what these all are. I was like, why did you get so many extra cards? So this is this is a new energy, huh? All right. So let's see what we have coming in here. So did he think of you today? So David, of course, we've got Ace of Fire. So there is passion. There is this ignition. So I feel like that's a yes. And what were his feelings about? Yeah, we've got this Seven of Cups, a lot of emotional confusion, a lot of different emotions. And the Two of Fire, there's that crossroads, right? That being in the middle of choice. What do I want to do with all this? I don't know. They're just kind of standing there, befuddled with all of this that's coming in. So I get it. I get it with that. Um, so it's still kind of things as it was coming, right? Yeah, a new character in the series, right? Dun dun dun, season 2. So let's take a look here. Let's see what's going on Walter here. He's nice and as goofy as you are. So what are his intentions? All right. Well, we got the high priestess here. Which is, this stepping back, connecting higher, looking behind the veil, looking below the surface into their emotions. So I think right now they're just like they're trying to figure out what the intentions are, because I feel like this came out of nowhere, right? And so that I feel like because it was so unexpected that they are just trying to see what's going on here. It's like they're reaching out with their vibes. What's happening? What is all this about? Coming in here. Yeah, so yeah, David is still in his regular. Yeah, yeah, he's just kind of like, I don't know, because again, it's all that figuring out of stuff. So he's kind of stuck in there. It's almost like he's pulled up a chair and he's sitting there going, I don't know if I go here. What if I go there? So it's like, all right, you know. But let's take a look here and see what is coming here with Walter. So you have the Four of Fire, the Four of Wands, joy, celebration, gatherings. Well, we'll see if it's the marriage card or not, with what these other four cards are. But it's also known as the marriage card, but it can be going to a wedding, can be going to a gathering and stuff too. Ten of Fire. There is a lot of passion here, a lot of energy, and I feel like there's a redirection of the energy for you here. And let me see what these other cards are. Yeah, Ace of Water. So there is a love kindling there with the Ace of Cups. And the Empress, new birth, sensuality, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, doing what is best for you. And the King of Earth, too. So the King of Pentacles, someone who's really grounded, very grounded, and the Empress is Mother Nature, and the King of the Earth. So the energy that kind of comes in here with all of this, there is, in a way, um like they feel like they are not in your, uh how do they say that, league, right? They're not in your league, because empresses are rule over all queens and emperors rule over all kings. He's a king and you're an empress, and he sees you kind of like how the position between you and David, like they're in a position higher. They feel like, as in far as in life, that like, wow, you're like, they almost feel like you're out of their league, like wow, that would you really be interested in me, you know kind of thing, which is great. That's kind of humble, in a way. They're just like, wow, you're too good to be true. You probably wouldn't be interested in me, maybe a little bit. And I feel like that's what they're trying to, with that high priestess, they're trying to feel out how do you feel about them, because they don't want to, make a fool of themselves. And again, if they're feeling like, well, why would an empress be interested in a king when they can deserve an emperor, right? You like that, actually. It's like, I like that you think I'm higher than you. But in a very humble, not in a like a low self-esteem way either. It's more like, wow, It's more about what they think you are and how like Shazam. Um, but then that they feel like I'm not very good. I don't deserve you. No, they're just like, dang girl, yeah, cheesy and goofy. Yeah. So, I feel like they're kind of filling things out there with that coming in there. So I like that. Um, and I want to throw in your free reading here too, since we're in your energy and your question was about what's coming for you in your love life. I just want to expand upon it now. So I'm going to do your free reading along with this donation. Just because I'm in that energy, I just don't want to leave it. So let's see what's coming in here. Okay. So what's coming for your love life here? You do have the page of fire, the page of wands that's coming in here, right? So there is this new passion that ignites the page. So we like that. You have the eight of fire, the eight of wands, a lot of passion. So there is a lot of attraction, energetic and physical attraction too. And yeah, got the page of air and the eight of water. Eight of water is walking away from emotions that don't serve you anymore. And the page of fire, the page of air is the page of swords. That's like new communication and clarity coming in. So I do see this, um, and on the bottom of the deck, you also have the eight, another eight so you have three eights, which is about flow and movement. And underneath that, you do have the world card too, which is an ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So I do feel maybe this is the season that David gets killed off. No, I was kidding. Not in real life, but yeah, because you have the lovers card come in here, the four of water along with it, the four of cups, emotional stability, and the hierophant, which the hierophant is about seeing things from a higher perspective and seeing the capital T truth of things. That's what these other three cards are too. Yeah, again, hanged man, transformation, seeing things from a higher perspective. The 10 of Pentacles is relationship energy, and the Strength card, too, the other 8. So what's the only 8 that's missing is the 8 of so you got fire, air, water, and the earth. You just don't have the 8 of Pentacles, which I don't think you need the 8 of Pentacles, because the 8 of Pentacles is about transformation and and I know I pulled a lot of cards for a free reading, but they just all came out. I just feel like they wanted to just join all those together. So it does feel like I almost feel like David does, like, because they're sitting there trying to figure things out, but I feel like someone else steps in and says, um, "I think you're awesome, and let's move forward." Uh, and I feel like that's where that stability comes in. And that's all right, it can be that, and, so I like it for you. Woo, 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 wow, wow, wow. We're gonna enter the stormy season, right? Absolutely, my pleasure, and thank you for your consistent donations and including me in the soap opera journey. So, enjoy, and much love to you. Thank you. All right, and then Johanna, thank you so much for your additional donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. Thank you. No, there's another soap opera. Oh, the other question you've been thinking about all week. So why have you been having weird, again, dreams of Michael talking to you, telling me he got divorced, and so on? Have been even been thinking about him? Was that a prophetic dream? Uh-oh, let's take a look here. All right, let's take a look and see what we got going on here. All right. So, is this a prophetic dream? What is this about here? Nope, none of those. All right. So what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? I don't feel like it was prophetic. And because on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Air, who's the balancing of the head and the heart, and the Hierophant coming into, which is your higher self, bringing in clarity, capital T truth. So both of these are about seeing truths from a higher perspective and this balancing of things unfolding. There's this conflicting energy that I feel is being worked out in your dreams because you've got both the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords. Five of Swords is the battle between the head and the heart, and the Two of Swords is close your eyes and open your heart, get out of your mind and into your heart, and then the Queen of Swords is balancing the head and the heart. So with all this coming in, it just feels like there's a lot of conflict that's being resolved in these in your brain. So it's like Michael represents, they're like a character that represents a lot of belief or a lot of individuals too in one. It just feels like you're in this decision making, and there's this you know it's like when they're telling you they're getting divorced, there's like this choices that are being made kind of energy for some reason, because you've got both the Three of Wands, which is you choosing to go a different direction, the Emperor, which is the Aries energy of the Emperor choosing what direction, and then you have the power of choice card of the Chariot, which is I decide where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, what my thoughts are, my emotions, my energy, my physical actions, right? So I just, with all this choice, I feel like this has activated that dream about choice and about what it represents, and the choosing to divorce, like the choosing to end relationships. But this is not them choosing to leave their relationship. This is you putting yourself also in that position of, who are you divorcing? Who are you letting go of? What are you letting go of regarding love and a relationship? It just feels like there's this choice coming in, and this um again, I mean, there's three cards that are all about choice and making decisions. There's three that are all about balancing the head and the heart and resolving the conflict within. And it's like, how do I resolve this conflict? Right. But I feel it's like you're with the Hierophant, this is your higher self working things out in your subconscious in the dream time with you as your human side, so that you can find this resolution, find this decision to put an end to the conflict that's taking you back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, right? Between your head and your heart, your head and your heart, your head and your heart. And it's like watching Wimbledon. So I feel like that's what the energy is here. I don't feel like it was a premonition of something coming here. I feel like it was the working out of things within you. Yeah. And then the Sun card, the inner child. So this is all about the inner work and the light being shed on things within you. And you're getting to the root of some stuff so that you can let some stuff go. You might even start having some things happen in the outside world where what we call messengers that your inner child is sending you to give you clarity around things too. So you might like have people that are interacting and you're like, oh, wait a minute, this this feels familiar. This feels like what I'm going through. And you're seeing people, you know, having this type of stuff, TV, YouTube memes, real life, whatever. But they're going to be messengers coming on the outside world too. They start bringing it into our dreams, and then they'll start also bringing stuff out into the outside world instead of just going, hey, Johanna, look at this. And you're like, whoa, we explode because we can't handle that in our human capacity. They kind of bring it in, let's bring it in the dreams, and let's bring it in the peripherals, then bring it out in front of us. And then they present it to us. And then we're like, oh, okay, I see now. You didn't scare me. Good. So hopefully that makes sense. So, but that's what's coming in for you right now, Johanna. So many blessings. Thank you again for your additional donation. Not so dramatic, Oh, well. All right. So thank you so much, my dear. All right. So we had left off with Alice for the free readings. And so, Alice, how does Harris feel about you versus Casey, Psy, KSY? Let's take a look here. So that's you, and we'll call her K. So how do they feel about you? How do they feel about them? Wow. So for you, the King of Water is like this really compatible person. The King of Water is the, balancing of the head and the heart. It's one of my cards that represents like a very compatible individual. Like you would make a good compatible mate, or person that I could really get along with, But Casey, or K, we'll call her K, we have the Chariot card, which is the power of choice, the movement. And they're still undecided about them, well, they could or they couldn't. They don't quite haven't made up their mind about who they would be and how compatible that they would be together, kind of thing. They know you. They're like, yeah, we would. Them, I don't know. There's just something about them. I don't know. It's a power of choice card, and it's kind of like representing that they're undecided or they haven't come to a conclusion about them. So I feel like that's pretty positive. I would feel for me, although I know it would be even more positive if they decided, no, I hate them. But that's all about your journey, not theirs, right? They're like, I don't know, meh. The jury is still out on deciding that. But I know that we'd get along really well, and so they feel like you two would fit like a glove. The other, I'm not sure. They're kind of mysterious and not as open with them, I think, as you are. So that's what they have for you, Alice. So many blessings to you. And then Hot Sun, you'll be up next. I do have a donation that came in. Hey, Supernova, good to see you. Good morning. And thank you for your horse, your unicorn, rainbow unicorn, and for your donation. You want to know what awesome, new, amazing, new things do you need to know right now from your spirit guides? All right. Anything amazing and new? All right. So let's see here. What do we got going on? What is happening? All right. What else in those? And that one. All right. Let's see what we have here. What is exciting and new? All right. Well, we got the Six of Earth, the Six of Pentacles. So, the Six of Earth is this giving and receiving, equal giving and receiving. We've already talked quite a bit about the Six of Pentacles and the out of balance giving and receiving. I've shared that video with you. So I feel like if you haven't watched that, definitely do, because I feel like there's an important event coming up for you in your life of that they're wanting to bring something to you, but it could be that your inner child is still has a force filled up where it's like, no, we don't deserve that yet. So if you haven't checked out that Six of Pentacles, I'll just post it here for the sake of everyone. If this resonates with anyone else, here I always post the number 4 and number 5 coming in here. Let me just get to where I was here. Let's see. We left off with Alice. Let me highlight that. Oh, nope, Hot Sun is who we left off with. All right, there we go. So I feel like that's an important underlying energy. Let's see what these other cards are, though. This is because that's not new. That's like they've been mentioning that for a while. So what's this new thing coming in here? Messenger of Air. I like this. This Page of Swords. This Page of Communication. A songbird. I just really feel here with this. She just feels like she's about to, sing a song, or like this is the front of a album cover. It just feels like she's gonna sing, and she's got feathers with the messenger of air. It just feels like something like that. Let's see what else we have here. Got the 3 of water. Yeah, here's the tribe, the individuals. So I know that we kind of touched on that you have a group of people that it's going to be like a little mini tribe of artists and musicians. Well, here they come. Here comes the one. And she's a songstress. She's a songbird. Um, and so, but it's important to have that wall down, the force field down, so that your inner child feels like, yeah, we deserve to have um, a friend like this, like a sister almost, a sister that's not of blood, right? Yeah. It's going to be a little bit longer, so you still have time here with the patience card, the temperance, with that 10 of air, which that's the letting go of those expectations, those supposed tos, those shoulds, those need tos, those have tos, those musts. So it's an important piece of this that's coming in, is the 6 of Pentacles, so that you can give and receive to one another. Otherwise, your energy might just kind of repel them away. Not that you consciously will do it. It'll be this underlying energy of I'm not open to talk to you, and so they'll keep their distance instead of being drawn to you in these the next stages when this is coming in. Let's see, what is this other one here? Yeah, here's your Leo energy. So we definitely have here, I feel like um, August 8th is, what day is that? Because that's the Lionsgate portal. August 8th is a Thursday. Yeah. So I feel like that there's this important date. August, I feel like is when this is going to happen. But August 8th, I feel like is an important day. Don't know if you have anything planned, any gathering, if someone's playing something somewhere, if there's a Thursday night open mic. I don't know. It just feels like August 8th is important with all of this. And you do have the Ace of Air on the bottom, which is, new communication, seeing more clarity come in here. But I feel like what they're saying here is, all right, here's the new and exciting thing. You have someone that you're just going to click with. Like, again, it's going to feel like a sister, but non-blood. It's like your chosen sister, and you guys just hit it off, and you're just like, boom, like this. And that's part of this 3 of Cups, your tribe, this little group that you meet. Eventually that grows. But this temperance, I feel like you you know, it's important between now and like August 8th that you do look at that 6 of Pentacles and kind of go, all right, this out of balanceness, this forgiveness, this release for me, so that I can pour out this, you know, pain energy, so I can be a vessel of love instead. And then I'm open to this. That's part of what that Six of Pentacles talks about is who is it that I felt I had to give so much growing up that I got so little back from? And there's a lot of clarity that comes in with all of that. So I feel like that's important for you. And that is kind of awesome and new and amazing in a way. It's not brand new, but it's brand new and exciting about an old subject because here it comes. Here's this activation opportunity for you to meet the first of your group, of your tribe. So I like it. So that's what they have for you right now for that one, Nova. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your additional donation. I appreciate that. Fun, fun. All right. So we left off Hot Sun for the free readings. Hello. What are Matt's energies towards you in the bottom of the deck? All right. Let's see what's going on with Matt. Matthew. All right. So those, and the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Water, the Four of Cups, emotional stability, energy-ish. Let's see what these other two cards are, though. King of Air and Hanged Man. Yeah. You know, we got the Hanged Man is about transformation. It's about seeing things from a different perspective, which makes a lot of sense with the King of Air, because they get two portions of air, which make them the masters of higher wisdom and seeing things from different perspectives. So it does feel here like they're in this transformative time. You know, the Four of Cups, usually that shows someone who's bored with the outside. Three Cups, right? They're just looking at them going, those things that we're told that are supposed to fulfill us emotionally don't. And but then we are offered this Ace of Cups from the side, which is what we get when we connect higher to the spiritual realm and get to experience the eternal unconditional love of the higher realms. So it just feels like that they're just kind of in this pause, you know, with that Hanged Man. They're really in their head thinking about things, trying to understand that all this stuff they were told that is going to fulfill them in the outside world hasn't. And so they're doing a big, like, thinking, evaluation, transformation, trying to think about things, trying to transform their thinking, trying to wrap their head around things. So it does feel like they're in this pause, step back, look at everything. What is it that I truly want? Who am I? What do I want? Where am I? You know, what's that? You know, I just feel like they're in that super reflective type of energy about everything, and not just you, but about everything. But love is included in that. Like, what is love? What is love? You know, like that song. And it's like, hmm. But it just feels like that type of energy that's coming in there. Very much a pause and evaluation time for them there. So that is what they have for you right now, Hot Sun. So many blessings to you. And then Day Sturgis, you're up. You wanted to have a general reading. Let's take a look here and see what do they want you to know right now. All right. Wow. So I like this for you. You've got the World card, which is an ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new adventure, free of a lot of um, requirements and restrictions and rules. And the Seven of Earth, the Seven of Pentacles, is about, you know, like the sun not asking permission to shine. No one tells me what I'm going to do or not going to do. You know, it's I'm going to shine bright. I'm not going to dim my light. Some people are like, "Oh, you're so bright. Can't you dim your light?" And they're like, "No, you can put on shades. You can put on a big old sun hat. You can get in the shade, get in the house, get in the cellar for all I care. But I'm going to shine bright, and no one's going to tell me what to do." There's this freedom that comes with all this like adventure of being free to be you, and not restricting yourself. And I just feel like That's the energy that they just want to bring in right now. Allowing yourself to follow your heart. Where does it lead you? No guardrails, no restrictions. The world is your full of possibilities. I get to do what I want to do. And where's my heart running to? Your heart knows, follow it, and I feel like that's the big message coming in for you. So, wow, I like it. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Sean G, you went a general for your finances. All right. So what does Spirit want you to know about finances here? Okay. I feel like it's this one. And this. Whoa. Hold on a second. Okay. Come on. That's way far under there. Okay. Stretch. All right. So you've got the Queen of Cups and you've got the Messenger of Air. And the Messenger of Air, that's the Page of Swords, right? So it's clarity coming in here. And this is like, it's almost like the Messenger of Air is going to kiss the Queen of Water. It's like your mind, new thoughts and beliefs are going to kiss the heart because the Queen of Cups, she rolls over, of course, cups, and but she gets a second portion. So she's the master of emotion. And then we have the page, the young page of air coming in and going, "Mwah," and going, here's a new idea. So the mind, it feels like you have some inspiration. Trust your gut, trust your instincts when it comes to, your finances. But the messenger of air is like they're bringing in new clarity around finances, new ways around it, and to I just feel like because the Queen of Cups is so connected to spirit that they're saying, don't forget, you can ask us for clarity around things around um, your finances to bring you ideas. And I feel like this is those ideas coming in and going, Mwah, here's a new idea. And you're like, oh wow, yeah, I can do that. That's perfect. So open your heart, trust your gut, but also open your mind and allow and ask spirit of your own free will to give you guidance, to give you direction, and they will. And I feel like that's what this big message is coming in for you right now. So I like that. They do want to assist. Nothing's too small, nothing's too large to ask about. So that is what they have. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Faith and Love will be the next free reading. I do have additional donations. I'm flying down there. So Nova, thank you so much for the rose, for the flower, and the donation. Appreciate that. And so what do spirit guides want you to know about themselves? Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here. So I feel here I'm being drawn to this terrestrial fauna oracle. And oh, boo 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 boo. You're so sweet. But I feel like this is one of them comes to you as an animal guide, and so they're the ones that want to present themselves to you here. So what animal guide wants to make themselves aware to you here? What power animal? Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. So you got the butterfly. Beautiful, beautiful butterfly. And let's see what they have here for you. We talk about them enough. I'm surprised they're like, now we know why we talk about them all the time. So the beautiful butterfly dances gracefully through the air, reflecting the beauty and transformation in your own life. And just as the butterfly goes through a remarkable change, you also have the ability to embrace change and become a more vibrant version of yourself. Embrace the transformative energy that the butterfly represents and trust the process of growth. So, this particular spirit being is coming to you as a mighty, beautiful butterfly. and to aid you in this transformation of yourself that comes in here. Says when you encounter a butterfly, it reminds you to embrace your own journey. Each butterfly has its own unique patterns and colors, symbolizing the beauty of being unique. Embrace your own special qualities and let them shine, allowing you to express yourself and show your true colors to the world. The butterfly also embodies resilience and adaptability, overcomes challenges during its transformation, and adapts to different environments. This serves as a reminder of your own inner strength and your ability to adjust to life's changes. Remember that the captivating butterfly symbolizes transformation, individuality, pursuing your dreams, and inner strength. It guides you to embrace change, celebrate your uniqueness, follow your passions, live in the present moment, and tap into your inner power. Let the wisdom of the butterfly guide you on your journey of growth and self discovery. I love that. So, yeah, so you have a spirit guide that is comes in the form of a butterfly. Um, and of course, it's a cosmic butterfly, but it also expresses itself in the physical world. So if you dream of butterflies or see a bunch of different butterflies, and you said you love butterflies, butterflies are cool. They are very transformative beings, and they are here to help you um, for your entire life. This is like one of the guides that's here, not just as a special, like special agent, but they're here for the entire period that comes in there. So yeah, they're going to until you transform uh, and go to the other side. They're going to be here with you, helping guide you and helping bring you through your journey. So they're the masters of transformation. So they're like, I'm here. Here to help you transform, help you live your dream as well. So I like that. Boom. I like it. So that's what they have for you. So be aware now that you know, you'll be more aware of butterflies too. You're gonna be like, hey, it is so cool. I love that for you. So that's what they have for you. So thank you so much for your donation there. And then jumping back to faith and love, you want to know about your health and romantic future. So, health wise, see the disclaimer in the description box of the video. I'm not a licensed practitioner of any kind. So, tarot is designed for fun. I'm not licensed. So, ultimately, everyone makes their own decisions regarding that. So, um, disclaimer made. Check, check. So I'll pull one card for each since free readings get like max usually two cards. So your health, you have the Hierophant, which is your higher self calling you to see things from a higher perspective, see the capital T truth of who you are, what you want, what's going on here. Um, so if you do have any health concerns, this would be about seeking creator, seeking your spirit guide, seeking your higher self, and going, can you show me some information? Can you guide me in this? If you haven't checked out, if you can reach it here, this You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. It's an amazing book. And and you can even search if you do have any kind of medical thing going on. You can even search the internet, emotional or spiritual reason behind blah. And then you'll learn whatever resonates with you there. Of course, you can, um, see what fits because a lot of our stress, a lot of our diseases, a lot of the things that impact the human body are stress related, which means they're emotionally related and connected because stress comes from our emotions. And if we can get to the root of something, we can transform things and we can heal our life. We can heal our bodies, like Louise Hay's book said. So I feel like that's important to look for a second opinion or a first opinion, yeah, if you haven't looked at anything yet. But of course, ultimately, uh, we always recommend people seeking professional, licensed professionals, right? And then love, you've got the King of Fire. So you have the King of Wands coming in. This is someone who is like, it's a fire sign, but they're not, they can control their emotions, and not their emotions, their passions. And, they don't, they're not like a little prince who goes around and can't keep it in their pants. And, it's someone who's very passionate, very lively, loves to travel, loves to see things, loves to learn. A lot of this, it's almost like a Sagittarius higher vibrational, higher expression of Sagittarius kind of energy, where they love foreign things, they love to travel, they love to learn about other cultures, always on the go, but they're very passionate, but they're not the town ho either. They're very selective and can control their emotions. Or like, it doesn't mean anything if it's there's not a connection. They don't do the just sleeping around kind of thing. They're like, it has to mean something to them. So I like that, for you, for the romantic future coming towards you. A little bit of tidbit there. So that's what they have there for you, faith and love. So many blessings to you. Right. You're very welcome, Faith and Love. Glad you get it. Perfect. All right. And then thank you so much, Nova, for your additional donation. And oh, the peach. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. Although I'm starting to end up looking like Buddha here. Maybe I should eat more fruit. All right. So thank you again for your additional donation. And you want to know, how do the spirit guides talk and communicate with you? How do you talk back with them? Also, do they find your humor funny? Oh yeah. They've got like the greatest amount of humor for sure. Let's take a look here. So how do the spirit guides talk and communicate with you? Those are those. How do you communicate back? And do they think you're funny? They think they're funny. Yeah. I like it. Because the bottom of the deck, fool, we act like fools. The fool card, like children. There's no restriction. They're very childlike in a way. We are. We're our natural state is joy. So we're laughing about everything all the time. On the other side, we're just so giddy because we're in this place of unconditional love, no pain, no anything like that. So they definitely have great senses of humor. And they find all humor funny because they got the perfect senses of humor. So how do they communicate with you? You got the Five of Earth, the Five of Pentacles, and then also you've got the Sun, your Leo energy coming in here. And there is this, it's funny because the feeling of Five of Earth is like feelings of lack, Five of Pentacles. And then the Sun card is bright and shining abundance. So it's like they speak to you through these feelings of lower vibrational and higher vibration. They're showing me like they play a game like with a kid. Hot, hot, cold, 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 colder, hot, hot. Oh, you're burning hot, hot, cold, cold. And so they have this energy that comes in with this. And they do have this change of not so much they change the temperature around you, but they tell you that's how you feel it. You feel like warmer. I feel comfort. I'm drawn to something, and not. So they do it more through energy. That they had here. So I do like that comes in here, and that's how they communicate with it there. And let's see how you communicate with them here. And let's take a look here. So think Yeah, Sean G. I don't know if you're about to ask. I did get to yours earlier. I've done quite a few free readings, so I did get to yours earlier. I'm not sure how long ago, though, if you're wondering. All right. So, there's this King of Pentacles, the King of Earth, and the Six of Air. And it's interesting. The um It's like they talk to you through energy, and I feel like you talk back with them in energy in a way. The King of Earth is the balance between mind and the earth, right? King of turds. You're too funny. But how many is there 6? Is there 6 strings on a guitar? I don't know, the 6 of air, it's like you communicate through 6 things into the air, and I'm very naive about guitars, I have to say. But, but I feel like they're like you communicate them through sound, and I feel like that's when you feel like you're most, going back and forth between the 2 of you is when you're grounded and you're in the air. That makes sense with the King of Earth. When you're grounded and you're balancing with the air and you're playing on 6 strings because the 6 of air. So I like that kind of energy that's coming in there. Let's see what else this is here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem, Sean. Lost my slipper. My slipper's fallen off. All right. So, you have the emotional stability of the 4 of water and the 7 of earth. It's like there's this patience, this fruit, it's like they have this warmth that comes over to again, it's a lot of energy. I feel like that's the way you guys really communicate more with each other. It's not so much in words. I mean, there is that all that, right? There is the, words dropping in your head, confirmations. There's all of it. But I feel like the biggest way that they communicate with you is through energy and that you just feel this flood of warmth, this hug, this um it's gonna be okay feeling and that you just feel things unfold and, kind of energy, if that makes sense. Um, Especially when you get impatient. You feel like this comfort when you're like, "I want to, get things, get things, get things, get things," right? Yeah. And and one of the big ways that they communicate with you is they always give you the Empress card in your readings. But new opportunities that open up in the outside world too. Birthing, fruit, the outside world that they do show you and things out in the physical world as well. So I like that. That's funny though. They're like, and we always take every opportunity to show you the 3 in creativity and give you, all that kind of stuff there. Um, well, fruit is like fruit of your labor. It's more like abundance. They show you and they bring you things. They bring you treats. Um they show you things like that, if that makes sense, like that things are unfolding, things are coming forward. They um, allow you to see the results of things. And but a big thing is the creativity that they bring in this uh, creative flow for you, and that's that energetic flow, if that makes sense. But that's what comes in there. So I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. Thank you for your additional donation there. Now I am about to head off here. Let me see. We got up to so nature 1111. We got down to you. So for the record, just The free readings I got to were Minahil, Dollface Diva, Nelia, Ateshi Singh, Alice, Hot Sun, Day Sturgis, Sean G, Faith and Love, and that's as far as I got on the free readings. And so I got down to Nature 1111. So I will come back on because I think I have enough. I got Nature and we got JJJ and Carmel and Lovey, Madam Bird. Sorry, I'm just looking down the list here. Lucky, Fin. So let me grab those. Take a screenshot. So that's a couple handfuls. And oops, let me see. These were already all done. I did those. Don't need to take screenshots of all that. All right, Mika. I see Mika Khan. We got Mika. Let me just grab that one. And then, etc. I see you there. Okay, we did those. The king of turds. You're so funny, Nova. All right. So I think that's it. So I'll come back on and finish out. There's a couple handfuls there. So that'll be about an hour and a half or so, maybe give or take. Could be earlier or less, but I will return and complete all the free readings. And then I'll be back both tomorrow and tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow and the day after. Wow. Maybe not. Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Then also tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'll see you guys when I see you. Yep. Bye. Nice seeing you there. No, lovely. I didn't get to yours yet, but I'll be back in about an hour and a half, and you'll be included in that one. I didn't got maybe 10 free readings, but I got a bunch more to go. Well, a couple more to go. So I will return with that. So that is what we have going on. So until then, anyone, if you want to check out, if you haven't checked out your solstice relationship readings, this is both for all of the single and looking, married, and in relationships, and also the happy hermits for each individual zodiac sign. We got the Capricorn full moon, second one coming up here in next week or so. And so there's a pick a card for that. There's a great pilgrimage meditation where one of my spirit guides, which is a Phoenix Collective, took us on a journey to Sirius B with a beautiful pick a card. And then, of course, I have my From Chaos to Cozy podcast, which a bunch of information too. So if you want something to do in the meantime while you're waiting, everybody, you can check those out too. But until then, remember, every second of every day of your lives, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. And we'll see you soon. You're welcome.